what are the rest of you guys doing? Coins is remember this room's quite big actually. It's about 30 feet, height to the ceiling, and coins are still kind of like raining down for the next few kind of seconds. What are the rest of you lot doing?
How big is the Nekia shard?
About as big as your body size, so maybe 3.5 feet.
Can my snake
So it would
digest it?
fit within a 10-foot cube.
It would fit within a 10-foot cube, yeah, 100%.
Got a really good item, and I think if it could potentially save us all from dying one day, but I also could use it right now.
I'd use it right now.
I mean, my snake can swallow it.
How long does your snake stay there?
An hour.
As long as it's not out.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
when it just buffs off,
I know, but
I can turn into a snake and look.
Boomer nearly died
Pac-Man.
from touching it, so is the snake not just going to die?
I don't know. He's going to eat it.
Okay. Thanks for wait and see what the
Should we try and see what happens?
snake does.
I'm going to get my snake to eat the Nekia shard.
I'm going to move out of the way.
Well, Can Boomer, as Boomer, do I know what he saw?
Oh!
Yeah, good point. So, there's 2 points here. First of all, what's your connection with your snake like in terms of the mental connection?
Yeah, so it's a magical spell, so I'm connected constantly.
So do you know... Is it like a
I can
familiar?
command it to do anything.
But is
Yeah,
it
so it's
like
like
a
a
familiar?
familiar,
Can you
yeah.
see through its eyes?
No, I can't see through its eyes.
You don't feel what it feels, you don't...
You can just command it.
Some creatures friendly to you or your companions, roll to blah blah blah.
So instead of you playing Hungry Hippos with coins, no, with a Nekia shard.
Yeah.
But kind of
with
coins.
my dead body as well.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So it's like a fey form of a familiar. I can't see through it or anything.
Okay, cool. So when the snake would go and touch the shard, it would have a similar reaction to what you saw Boomer's reaction earlier, except for it would convulse slightly, its eyes would go cloudy, and then it would kind of just look at you a little bit confused, and just nod at you again, yeah.
My snake can't eat that.
His mouth's going for it, it's like, huh?
No, not again. Don't do it again.
So the Nekia shard's still in the crown at the moment?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Could Boomer say what he saw?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
in answer to your question, so what Boomer saw was a time that he doesn't exactly recognise because he wasn't, cognizant of it. He wasn't very aware. And it's a time when he's very, very young, like an infant, and he's being carried in the arms of this other drow person, and they're kind of sat around a little dinner table, and there's a conversation going on, and they're saying like, oh, she's still there. Yeah, deep down. What do you mean? And another person says, I thought she ate herself because she was so fucking hungry. And someone else says, yeah, but she's just underground. Yeah, she's waiting dormant until the day when there's a real need for it to come back. And then that's all you would get.
So it was just a bunch of people talking, and they said she ate herself because she's so hungry and she's underground dormant.
Yep.
And then, like,
But you remember from Boomer's perspective, he was kind of like above, as if he was ethereal or something, just floating above the conversation. But he could see himself as a baby.
Would they be talking about the Spider Queen?
Gloomweaver.
yeah, surely. That's got to be it, hasn't it?
It's got to
Because
be.
they talk about having to feed her and offer sacrifices when we were down there anyway.
But then she disappeared, didn't she?
Yeah.
So, Boomer, you do have that knowledge now. if you would
Boomer
like.
is going to share that knowledge.
Please share away.
No.
Okay, Binks, what were you doing?
I've been
Sorry.
Googling Australian phrases.
Fuck off, have you?
Yeah.
I don't know. Could Binks, with her knowledge of magic, make a safe assumption that the bad stuff that's happening is because of the crown, not the shard?
Roll an Arcana check again, please.
I couldn't do it. 13.
13. You couldn't quite. By bad stuff happening, what did you mean? Sorry?
Like, all she's seen is like Boomer collapse and stuff, and he said he's had visions and stuff like that. Like, it's
Plus,
not
we've
been-
already got a Nekia shard, and we've touched one, and we know that
We've
the
touched a Nekia shard
gives you
before.
bad juju.
So
Yeah.
can Binks safely assume that this stuff is happening because of the crown, not because of the shard?
Well, Jin, maybe you can weigh in a little bit here. Because you have also touched a Nekia shard.
When did I do that?
You've got one on you at the moment.
Boomer handed you one back in Arachnia, or whatever I called that city.
Is this where you had the vision of you as a child getting dropped off?
What do you mean?
It was.
So maybe it is.
So you remember your childhood?
I don't want to touch it.
What was that again?
I thought you were a happy
It was a
child.
while ago when you were still underground at
I
that
don't want to
point.
touch it.
Boomer, did it hurt?
Transport, yeah.
Did it hurt?
Yeah, Jin takes it and
I
passes
don't
it.
know.
No! Come on, that's the easiest word to say in an Australian accent. No!
No.
It's like,
That's when
say
you
it
got
as if
dropped
it's
off at
spelled
the
N-A-U-R.
temple, wasn't it?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
No.
remembered.
No.
So you're telling me that
No.
this tells you what happened as a child?
As soon as Tavis says that, Big's gonna grab it.
Cool. So you touch the shard, and from everyone else's perspective, again, you feel a similar thing. So you kind of convulse a little bit. Your eyes go completely white and milky, but only for a split second. But it feels like much longer for you, Binks. As for you, there's a green burst of light. You are flying through the air as a very, very young child, hurtling towards ground. And as you smash into the earth itself, your body doesn't take the impact because there's somebody else there around you. As the smoke sort of like clears a little bit, in the crater on the ground where the impact was, two figures approach the crater. You're going to recognize these figures as Xylo and Ophi, your mums, and they look down into the crater. There's a large, gangly body there, kind of burnt, and as they sort of like flop and their limbs sort of like spread out, there's a tiny little baby gnome in their arms. You'd recognise the curly red hair as your own.
Can I
And you
see?
snap back to reality.
Can I see what the large gangly burnt thing is?
It's too damaged.
Okay.
So, you know, the
So there's
person...
no like feathers or something. You know what I mean? 'Cause it was flying.
it's humanoid.
Like, yeah.
Humanoid, yeah. You get that much.
Gangly as fuck.
Yeah. But they were kind of like robed, but very burnt and very, bloody.
Vic's just gonna sit down for a minute and be like, well,
So, what's going on with all you?
if you touch the Nekia shard, it shows you your childhood, like your origin story. And it turns out that mine was right. I thought that my mum's just said that I was a shooting star, because they were like, oh, we're so glad to have you, you're a shooting star. No, it turns out actually something was in the sky. Or someone. I don't really know.
So you're not from the same place we're all from?
I don't know. What
I'd
if
like
it's not?
everybody to roll a perception check, please.
You just chat amongst yourselves.
Just had a revelation about my backstory.
Your mate's dead.
You're not dead, you're in a snake.
Don't worry, I've
down.
got you.
You need to roll one as well, Boomer.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Perceptions?
11.
Yeah.
27.
Fucking hell.
Ooh, Dina's feeling perceptive.
Dirt 20.
Nice.
I see everything. I see dead people.
24.
Fucking hell. Okay, so Binks, specifically, you're a bit spaced. You're a bit lightheaded, a bit out of it at this second, so you don't get it. But everyone else, it's quite obvious. There's a...
You're going to be like, you notice Betty's not there.
You hear Ravaxor land in the other room, and he says, "Where the bloody hell are you?" And he starts to kind of walk around his boudoir.
Shit.
Can
I think.
I
Can
I use the
9,999 get between the coins.
Can I use my earring of safe escape to teleport the Nekia shard to a destination that I know?
So sick. Definitely use it.
Yes, you can.
So
She's just broke the game. Yeah.
Wow.
So it says, if you target an object, it must be able to fit entirely within a 10-foot cube. It can't be held or carried by an unwilling creature. The destination you choose must be known to you, and it must be on the same plane of existence as you. If familiarity with the destination determines whether it arrives there successfully.
Okay, cool. So, DMs of the world, this is where you're going to keep track of what items you're giving your party? Yes, of course. Where are you sending it?
I forgot his name.
Go, dear.
Yeah, I want to send it to Gorgondia. Like his little tree. Because he's hidden in a tree, isn't he?
Yeah,
and we know where he's hidden in the tree in the forest.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's quite difficult because Fortis Forest itself is a maze.
I know, but Binks has that thing where she can find her way around places. And she's from a forest. She's a forest gnome.
And she remembers
actually.
the tree. It's the tree she's concentrating on.
Roll me a D100, please.
Oh, if it's bad. This is really small. Let me do it.
I'm just seeing what result you get. We'll just see what happens.
What?
Give him some affirmations. Go on.
Go.
It wasn't good.
Read it now.
But what is it?
It was like a
It was a 51.
51.
You sure? Yeah.
Could have been a 15 there. Depends.
Depends.
Could have been a 15
Which one's
or
better?
a 51.
Guys, I was told 51. So, did you say it's an earring?
It's an earring of safe escape.
Right,
So it's
cool.
a teleport spell. I can only ever use it once. So basically, you can use it to either transport yourself and 8 willing creatures or one object.
Oh, great. You saved the shard and we're all going to get burned to death by a dragon.
So you
Those were
approach.
my options. Do we want to leave the shard with the dragon?
You approach this shard. Remember, it's currently embedded in the crown, so the crown's going to have to go.
Yeah, the
as
crown
well.
will have to go with it.
Yeah. So
Because I'm assuming there isn't a way of me being able to take it out of the crown. So.
not this quickly or easily. And so you approach it, and there's kind of like small. It's like a blue.
Is there a way that I can write on it before I send it? Can I
Have you
write?
got anything to write?
Can I write?
They
Like,
might have.
keep safe on it.
I've got
Use one of the
supplies.
Right, it's dead fancy as well.
So yeah, you guys are making this plan.
I
And
want to write like "keep safe, Binks," so that
cool.
he knows where it's come from.
So you can still
well, he's a
hear
dragon,
kind of-
so surely he knows.
you can hear footsteps outside the door, and you quickly collude, you two, and you've got this plan to write the note on it.
Can Boomer start running that way towards
Of
the
course.
dragon?
Yeah, of course you can.
Do you
Yeah.
have to run to move at speed, or can it just be?
Yeah, move about halfway through the room, and by the time you get there, this spell is cast. So there's a small blue kind of pearlescent earring on Binks. Nobody's actually noticed it before, but she walks over, she puts her hand onto this crown, rubs it ever so slightly, and it just kind of just disappears instantaneously. The earring itself disappears off your ear, and it's completely gone.
Yeah, I want to make sure before I send it that I like rub my hands on it a little bit because I want it to smell like me, so that when it gets to Gorgondir, he knows that I've sent it.
Yeah, and so the note specifically said, "Keep safe." Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
It said "keep safe - Binks."
Nice. Okay. So, as this teleportation
How hot
happens,
is fire?
Hot is fire.
as this teleportation happens, there's a figure that moves over the doorway and takes out some light from the room, steps inside with its long arms first, and then its head kind of like, moves around about floor level as Ravaxor starts to move into the treasury. And Ravaxor starts to move into the...
Dinkum.
I thought you said
It
danger.
was meant to say it in Australian, but it didn't.
You just Googled Australia.
Preparation is key, guys.
It's meant to say it in Australian, but it didn't.
As Ravaxor slithers his way into the room, and he's kind of like, it's a low, rumbly growl to his voice this time instead of his, jovial voice of the past.
Is he Grant voice?
His Hugh Grant voice, yeah. And as his wings kind of come through the door, they open and out towards the walls as he says, I told you not to touch anything.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do very quickly before he comes in. I'm going to get my snake to eat the Zhao's battle axe.
Okay, yours Zhao's battle axe.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, because Betty's got one as well. Right, okay.
I also have one.
Binks has one too.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck me, everyone's got a battle axe. So it's eating your Zhao's
Yeah, I'm
battle
just
axe.
going to...
Okay, yeah. Won't take any check or anything.
Does that mean all my possession? Yeah, because Betty.
All your possessions
Yeah, yeah.
kind of like with you, yeah.
Cool.
What if it touched us?
You know what I'm talking about.
I know this looks really bad, but there was some people in here trying to steal your crown. Now, they successfully stole it, but we managed to kill one of them. Look, my snake ate it, and I'm going to get him to cough up the Zhao's battle axe.
Roll a deception check.
With advantage, surely.
Where is he in the room, by the way? Can we have a marker?
Yeah, you can have a marker. You can have this as a marker.
Deception.
Well, no. Oh,
Just at the other end of the room.
cool.
Couldn't we have had a red dragon? Oh, fuck.
What was your deception check?
13.
13.
Was it with advantage?
I don't think it was, no. It was
Performance as fuck.
but this is a very, very smart creature. As he says to you guys, no, I don't fully know what you're talking about there. I mean, my cat.
Your cat?
Somebody has stolen his hat. And he sniffs to the ground. He kind of like shuffles his nose and he's
Can Binks try and throw it?
he's got this huge underbite and his kind of like bottom jaw just scrapes through the coins and he's like, it's in here somewhere. Where is it?
Can I stand behind Tavis and throw the hat out behind me?
Roll a sleight of hand check.
Day 20!
Shut up. so you successfully kind of like throw this little hat.
Just like into the pile of coins. Steal the hat! It just looked nice.
Was that the NY hat?
Yeah.
It was his cat's hat. Where's his cat?
Upstairs in the courtroom.
Clearly.
And he carries on taking steps towards you guys. Boom, you're the closest at the
So
moment.
where is he now? If he keeps moving?
He'll move towards you, yeah, probably about half the way between you and him.
Where's that? Is it?
And you feel the room getting hot.
Can I just move?
Yeah, you can, yeah. You feel the room getting hot. And he says, I like a pretty pussy.
Can I
Where's the hat?
do something with Beamer?
Yeah?
Can I use the item that you can? So Beamer's gonna just whip out a little, doesn't really describe it, does it? A sparkly, rainbowy, glittery stone. And I don't know how to say this in Australian.
You don't have to say anything about it.
Try.
No, I don't know how. He just wants to call him a cunt and tell him to dance. I don't have to say it in Australian. It sounds better when they say it. It's nicer.
Bitch, you can't.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't. Anyway, so he's gonna get this little stone and go, and out of the stone comes like Boogie Wonderland, and that's
we
what
have
you
done. Dancing on my booty.
dancing on my booty. Yeah.
So you pull out this diamond. It's kind of like rainbow, and it like shines a little bit. And the light from inside the diamond is kind of like refracting and moving around as if the diamond itself is a disco ball.
Yes.
And you guys all hear like a and this bass line comes out of nowhere.
Just doing a little like.
Yeah. And Ravaxor's like, what is this? Is there
You
any
like it?
Disco, baby.
anything else you'd like to maybe suggest to the group?
Guys! Gestures to be like, come over here! And because then they get in the. You need to be looking at it.
They're in line of sight.
Yeah, you need to be in line of sight of the diamond.
Okay, I'm gonna move.
My snake's just gonna go.
I'm gonna move forward towards it
It's really urgent.
because I also want the hat further away from me.
Are they in line of sight now?
They're
I mean, that looks like
always
a
in line of
fucking
sight.
badass crew, that doesn't it?
Basically, line of sight is like, can they see you?
Oh.
Like, yeah,
Right.
they can see it.
So they didn't need to actually come over.
No.
Oh well.
No, but
Anyway.
Binks doesn't want to be
That's
near
cool.
the hat, so she doesn't look guilty.
So, basically, do you want me to read it out?
Yeah, go on.
Disco Diamond casts a charming spell on all creatures within 20 foot of the
I
spell.
was thinking that when you were like, come over, I was like,
Sure, it's fine now. Within 20 foot of the feet, including the owner. So all other people who have a line of sight to the diamond and perform an impromptu dance performance roll can increase the DC of this spell by 2. The DC is currently 16. If the creature fails the spell, it is forced to do a disco dance for 1d10 number of turns and no further saves. So you can all increase the spell just by looking at it.
Cool. Does it not say that we have to dance?
you have to do a
You
dance.
have to do a dance.
Can I
do
get
performance
my,
Guys, you need
can I
to
get
do it
my
again.
snake to regurgitate Betty's head to look at
What dance is she doing?
Tavis can do a ballroom.
Vogue.
With a, yeah, with her tits.
She's
So-
playing musical statues.
So if everybody fuck off.
I'm just gonna get the snake to regurgitate Betty and be like,
So I will let Binks, Jin, Tavis, and the snake,
yeah.
not Betty, but the snake, do dancing performance checks if you would like.
Yeah.
Boomer has to do a save, doesn't he?
Yeah, he
It says
does.
including the owner.
Yeah.
Sacrificed our only
So
lives.
let's see what the DC is first.
Yeah.
So do a performance check for me. Jin, what is it?
4.
Ugh,
Oh no.
I've got a +1.
Tavis?
That's a 16.
Okay, good.
that passes, right?
Yeah. One fail, one pass. Binks.
Oh.
I don't know, is it? Oh, do you want to roll for the snake as well?
Oh yeah, snake.
It was a fact.
What performance does a snake have?
Say 0, it's fine.
No, what if it's
Oh,
like
we
a...
missed the
I tell you what,
Snake.
what dance move would he be doing? That's the question.
Like a snake charmer.
Yeah.
He's doing the worm!
Fuck the worm. Fine, let's give him a +2.
It's a 7. Are you sure it's not a +10?
So the DC is going to be 18. Because we only had one success out of those fucking
guys.
4 dance moves.
Boomer's just sacrificed himself.
So,
Oh no, he sacrificed himself.
Boomer, if you'd please like to roll a check. What check did I say it was? What
It's,
saving throw? Did I say? I didn't think I put it, did I?
It's a charm spell, so
Constitution saving
wisdom.
throw. Oh, wisdom, yeah.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
No, not wisdom.
No, not a dragon.
No.
I think wisdom.
No.
Charisma, probably. Dexterity. What's
What?
worse?
Because a dragon's not dexterous.
I think
All of the other things.
it's pretty much everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
So let's go wisdom. How did Boomer do?
Oh,
He got 7. Has he got any sorcery shit that can make him reroll
I don't
stuff?
think so.
He's a level 3, isn't he?
Oh.
Well, I got a 2. Plus
Surely not plus 60.
2. So A fail.
Oh god, he's stuck dancing for 10 turns.
1d10.
1d10.
So you need to roll it to determine how long.
But Boomer's the same though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm just going to be locked in dance off for like
Sick dance battle.
9.
9
Wait,
turns.
hold on, is that a 6 or a 9? 6. 6 turns.
6 turns. Okay, cool.
So it's 30 seconds.
Let's
So
fucking
Ravaxor
go.
points at Boomer and says, "Don't you try to trick me." And he starts just disco dancing. He's like, what's going on? Take this dangerous funky magic away from me! And he just starts like dancing.
Getting involved, like, I can't stop doing the Macarena.
So if anyone goes within that 20 feet, is it has to be?
No, it's like locked
just
now.
dancing
It's just
now.
happened, and it's going to be like that for 6 turns.
Jin's going to
Makes it just like feeling it, like,
Just go, run!
Okay, so you guys are fucking moving.
As we run, can I get my snake to bite up Boomer in his mouth?
Ooh, interesting.
Boomer's like,
I think so. Yeah. So Boomer's just going to be dancing away for like 6 turns, as well as Ravaxor, and he's kind of like proper body popping now. He's like, no, come back here! As you guys start to run out of the room. What's the plan, guys? What are you doing?
I'm going to put the as we get out of the room, I'm going to put the code into the door to lock the door.
There's no lock on this one.
I thought there was the magical code.
It's only on the maximum security door.
That's the one we had to figure out.
Yeah,
The other room.
to get through to the prisoners.
guys,
If we set
Katie's
them
in the
free.
chat and she says she joined the stream to see the Lord dancing and didn't even question it. This isn't as weird as it's been.
Yeah.
It's been a lot weirder.
It has been weird.
Yeah.
So sorry. So yeah, Ravaxor is just dancing away, and he's kind of like, uncontrollably, like his wings are getting involved and everything, and he's kind of like just dancing away.
Can he do knee slides? Has he got knees?
He's got knees.
He's got knees.
Yeah.
He's got four
through the
knees.
coins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he's a school disco.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be doing that. Yeah. So, Tavis, yes, your snake can scoopity scoop him up and take Boomer with you, basically.
Blimey, this is great.
I'm just wondering, would Thunderwave crumble a wall?
Interesting. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, it's solid. The wall's solid, obviously. And there's 2 sides, you know what I mean? So it's not a solid wall all the way through. So, we'll give it a shot.
Can I cast Phantom Steed so I can move faster, please?
Yes, of course you can.
I'll just pick you up.
What, just on the snake?
No, on me. I'll just
Tavis.
grip you by the back of the neck.
Right, so Tavis, you're grabbing Binks. The
wearing
snake
Binks like a
is
backpack.
grabbing Boomer.
How fast does the snake move? Let's sit on the snake.
30 feet.
Jin, I imagine you're just hot-footing it.
Yeah, I'll,
The Roto style out.
Very.
With his arms behind
I'm
him.
still
nimble.
going to do the Phantom Steed because it's faster than Tavis.
Oh, okay, cool.
Cheers.
I want to get to Phaedry, whatever she's called.
I thought we set her free, did we not?
no.
No.
Oh my god, we've come all this way and not even actually done the thing.
Well, I'm trying to do the thing. You've done nothing, Betty.
So we're heading
I was
out. We're
Australian
heading
for
out
that.
the way
That's not
he
Betty.
came in, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we need to go and like destroy the generators and shit. Don't
So it'll take 1 turn to get out of the room.
It'll take
1 turn down. Not for you, Binks. You could carry on further, but like as an example, for Jin and for Tavis,
I want to head to the closest generator.
well, they are upstairs.
Yeah.
It'll probably take you about. Oh, if I called it turns, it'd be about 15-20 turns to get there.
No 100 feet movement.
Yeah. The difficulty is for you guys that you're currently in a massive pit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting it out.
How are you getting out?
I don't fucking know. I haven't thought this far. I'm just trying to get out.
Can we not just blow the doors?
Yeah, didn't we?
You're only supposed to blow
down
the
into
bloody
the-
doors off.
No.
Yeah.
Just teleported the necking shard to a safe space. Someone else can take the fucking lead if they want.
Yeah, so what happened, if you will recall, was that every time when you guys went down from the court into the arena, you just kind of flew down, and then a gravitational stop kind of stopped you from splatting at the bottom, and that's where you landed in the arena of agony, where you fought the guards, the crocodile guards. From then, the floor opened, and you again descended down. just jumped straight down. So above you, if you stood in Ravaxor's bedroom right now, boudoir, TM, above you right now is just one massive circular, or cylindrical, should I say, hole all the way up back through the Arena of Agony and through up to the court.
Well, Airdrie's on this floor.
Airdrie's on this floor, yeah.
Back to her.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hang on. I thought Airdrie was that way and we were going that way.
No, you're going that way.
She's the other side.
Oh right.
The boudoir is that way, and then
she's the other side.
The door at the
of
other side of the room is where Airdrie is.
Can I go to Airdrie then?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah. So
When she does that, I'm going to try and collapse the wall.
Okay, cool. We'll come back to that one in a second. Yeah. So Binks, you're going to Airdrie. You're going there quick because you can get there 100 feet. So
on my moose.
So what are you saying to her or any of the prisoners? What are you doing?
I could be like, Airdrie, we came all this way to find you and we almost died and everybody almost died, but my friend's a Kenku and he wants to fly and he thinks it's all his fault that you're down here, so he wants to help you. So how do we get you out of here?
That was so much. It's not his fault. The generators need to be destroyed.
I get that. How do we do that?
Well, I think physical force will destroy them.
Okay.
But I don't exactly know where they are.
I know where they are, that's fine. Don't know how to get out of the pit, so can't fly.
None of you can fly.
Nope.
I have an idea.
Yeah, can I be following into the...
So by this time, like, you've already had a short conversation with Airdrie, and Jin follows up right behind you.
Is going to be like opening the conversation to the room of all the other prisoners. Like, any ideas?
Yeah, I do have one. I think if we can possibly jump high enough in the boudoir, we could maybe break the sort of gravity field and float up. Maybe I don't know, but I'm willing to give it a try because I'm quite safe if I fall from a distance. So.
I can give you a boost if you would like.
Just a thought. Don't neck your shots make things fly.
Very true.
Like Avia. Don't you have one in your pocket?
I don't know if I actually still have it in my pocket though.
Yeah, you got it on you. What if you touch it again? Wait there, I've got to collapse this wall.
So what the shards do is they enhance magical power.
Okay. Airdrie, can you make him fly?
Can I go and show Airdrie the Nekia shard then?
Yeah, so first and foremost, I don't need to do a save for a wall, do I? It's just gonna fail.
It's a wall, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just it can't void it, I guess. Okay, cool. So you cast Thunderclap, was it?
Thunderwave.
And the wall just starts to crumble down. It's weird because there was a doorway and it sort of like collapses, crumbles a bit. So there's still like, you can see through it and you can still see through the holes in the rubble. And there's this kind of massive hulking red dragon figure out there, just kind of like back and forth at this point, just like dancing away. And he's like, "No, stop, I'm going to get you!" And he's just like shouting away to himself, but the wall is collapsed. Airdrie is going to say to you guys, I can't grant the gift of flight. I'm far too weak, and regardless, magic cannot pass these purple cling film force fields.
Beam is going to go, use the rock! The rock, guys, use it!
Which rock?
The shard!
That was great. Right,
Thank you.
Hey! We're 2 turns down.
Okay, cool. So did you say it enhances magic?
Enhances magical ability. Like the strength, the potency. Like if you could do something like a spell, it would more than double the spell's effects.
I have an idea if that is what this spell does.
Just use the rock, guys!
Hand me the Nekia shard.
This is the first time you've touched a Nekia shard. So
traumatic childhood incoming.
Tavis, as soon as he touches a shard, he starts to convulse and his eyes go that milky white. It's a split second for everybody else in the group.
Okay, that's fine.
But for Tavis,
milky white.
this feels like a few minutes.
Hey!
This feels like a few minutes. So for you, Tavis, there is a flashback to your very, very early childhood. You're young, but not a baby. You know, you're not a toddler. You're walking around, you're stringing a few words together, that sort of thing. And in this flashback, your mother approaches you, and she says, "Tavis, please come, dear. We are cooking soon, and I've gathered all the supplies. Please bring your friends. They're all coming along. They can all help."
Actually, use the rock.
And
Use the rock.
and you start to walk back to the campsite with your mum, hand in hand. And as you get there, your dad is there, and your dad comes up and he addresses both you and your mum, and he says, "I'm going to have to go away tonight. There's a meeting further up
He wants the farm.
with the Cassini
What's going
tribe. They're worried about some presence in the mountains." And your mum looks visibly concerned when he says that.
Moida.
As you snap out of it and you're back in the room with everyone else.
Okay, so I got an idea, and I'm going to hold it, and I'm going to cast. I'm going to do the snake disappears,
Yeah. So Betty cling, cling, cling onto the floor.
and I'm going to cast
And the
conjure
axe.
animals again.
Okay.
But how many times is this? Did you say it more than doubles the spell?
Yeah.
By how many times?
So it'll about 2.5 times the potency of any spell or magical effect.
So when I cast conjure animals, I'm going to summon 20 giant bats then.
Nice.
I'm going to get
Wow.
one to pick Betty up, one to pick Pinks up, one to pick Jin up, one to pick me up, and one to pick Boomer up.
Yeah.
And we're going to fly out the top. And when we fly out the top, they're going to drop us on the top, and I'm going to tell 5 of them
Yeah.
to attack generator 1, 5 to attack generator 2, 5 to attack generator 3, and 5 to
This is
attack
so
generator
good.
4.
I need to go and get some water.
Okay.
So like we just like with these bats, and they just go.
Okay, cool. So the way you cast your spell.
Can I have one, please?
Yeah, can I get another one of them, please, in the fridge door? Thank you. So what it is, there's this weird instinctual moment where you know if you cast a spell and you direct it somehow through the shard, like it's a pane of glass or like, you know, a way to refract the spell, you do that and these bats just appear, fill the room, and indeed the next room, so Ravaxor's boudoir, and they just fill it and they're kind of like just flying around and stuff, and then you give them the commands and they start kind of like their eyes just like zing, and they just follow the commands immediately, pick you guys up, start to fly up this narrow cylinder up into the prison of Redrock, and those other ones just start to fly off. So you're not going to see it because you won't be there in person, but what happens when the bats get to the generators is they are punching machines from like arcades, the ones that you punch and it gives you a little score out of 999. Again, bad design. Don't know who designed it, but it was going to be a little mini game for you guys. Regardless, what happens is that you guys basically, let's say you catch one of the bats like at a generator, and it's kind of like all its mates are going like, yeah, go on, and then there's one bat kind of like, and it like, and they're all like around it, seeing this numbers like stack up, and it's like, oh, 950, and they're all like, oh, and then one of them kind of like presses the button, and it comes down again, and then the one of them just sort of like walks up like it's Conor McGregor or something, takes a run up and just like, and it all the way up to 999. It's like, and then the generator just kind of like starts to like electric shocks are going everywhere, and flames start to burst out of the side of it as it explodes. and then you feel the energy of the entire kind of building just like and drop, and you feel that 3 separate times. One of them's already been destroyed, because there is a person who is going to approach you from one of the corridors. People are running around at this stage. It's becoming a little bit of a prison riot, to be honest with you. And
in that case, at this moment, can I get 5 of the bats to go down and rescue the elf? Oh no, 6. No, wait there. 7 bats to go down to the boudoir and rescue the elf, the dwarf, the half-dryad, the human female, the fearbold called Brutus, the angel female, the turkey, and then one to go down and get what's her name?
Airdrie.
Okay.
So they're going to go down, swoop them up.
So there's pretty much all of the prisoners there you saved.
And get them out of there. Just get them out. Where fucking that little shit was at the front desk.
Cody.
I would like to go and find the gooseberry.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because as Binks you go looking, these bats are flying past you, and they're flying past with a few of the people you've recognised. So there's the half-dryad person, kind of like, you know, he's riding one of the bats now, and he's kind of like, and he's like flying along.
This is cool.
One of the bats is holding that kind of angel person, but her midriff is completely severed. She's cut wide at the stomach, and she's kind of like half open. And again, the bat flies past.
Did Tavis's bats understand me? Because I've seen these bats before, so would I know if Tavis's bats understand me?
I don't think they would, unless you did a specific like spell or something
I
to
don't
have
think I have
that
a
effect.
specific
Is she
spell.
injured as she goes past? You say?
Yeah.
She was the one that was being like.
As she
cut in
flies
half
past,
and
then I'm going to cast Cure Wounds.
Okay, brilliant.
Whoa.
So you cast Cure Wounds.
So I see that she's injured. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds. She gets 10 points of healing.
Brilliant.
I'm going to shout to Tavis and say, "Get the bats to take the injured people to the ship."
Okay.
So
bats to take the people.
as this happens,
To our ship,
you
with my bats.
you see this person's guts like literally moving back into her body and kind of like stitching up magically. As she turns and kind of like gives you a smile, she's going to jump down from the bat, turn to a kobold that's next to her, and just immediately kind of like clench her fist. This like blue lightning just
Nice.
no wait, not blue, it was yellow lightning, just kind of like zzz, 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 and she just punches the fuck out of this kobold, and it just splats on the floor like a pie. And she turns around and looks at you and is like, "Thank you, sir," and just starts to walk down the corridor. She's like
that's so
zapping. Like,
That's okay, you're all right.
her one piece of armour that she's wearing kind of like cloth, white cloth. The one piece of armour, it's like a large shoulder pad, and it's like grey in colour, and it gets a little bit darker as she punches the fuck out of this kobold.
Nice.
You recognise this. She's probably from High Nobilis.
Oh, I was going to say she's from High Nobilis.
So she's walking down the corridor now, following the general kind of movement of the bats. Binks, you said you were looking specifically for Gooseberry Fool.
Yeah, so Binks is basically just running around on her moose, like hyping everyone up. She's like, "Yeah, prison break!" But I do want to find the gooseberry.
Okay.
Because he was quite helpful.
Yeah.
he's pretty good.
So you're running around and you're looking for Gooseberry Fool. Roll me a perception check, please.
I don't think I got a plus perception. I'm not very perceptive. I'm small. 11.
11, okay. So it takes you a little bit, a couple of minutes potentially, of running around and looking for this gooseberry. You head to level 2, where the gooseberry was. All of the cell doors are open and all of the people are missing. As Mad Dog turns around a corner and says, Binks, we destroyed the generator. Did it help?
Yes. Yeah, it's a big help. Where's the gooseberry?
So Mad Dog.
Stuck in there.
Mad
We've
Dog
had
in
our
the
ship been circling around, haven't we?
that first generator went down.
Oh my god,
Mad
what
Dog in the
fucking
crew.
legend. Is that
That's
when you said a person come walking towards you? Was that who it was? Because you said you seen a person in the corridor
When was that?
about 5
2
minutes
minutes
ago.
ago. Yeah.
Person in the corridor walking
Yeah.
towards you.
Oh, was that not the angel? No, that wasn't the angel. She was being carried by
Yeah,
that.
you said you come into the corridor, a person.
Oh, sorry, it was Mad Dog. Yeah,
Yeah, it was Mad
and then I
Dog.
got distracted by
Yeah, okay,
the
cool.
angel.
I was
Yes,
really
it was.
excited
It
to
was
find
Mad
out who that
Dog.
was. So
Sorry, it was Mad Dog.
focusing.
So yes, Mad Dog approaches you. He tells you they've destroyed the first generator.
Nice.
They did it
so
to try and
cool.
create a distraction for you guys. And he's like, "There's Wyvern Wyverns outside. We need to go."
Go, Mad Dog. Help everybody out.
Okay.
How many
So-
turns has it been now?
Well over 6 because it's taken a while to find people up here.
Yeah,
Has
Binks
he
is going to
just-
do a lap of the second floor on the moose to make sure
I'm gonna
everybody's
wait
out.
in the hall, like the court bit, to make sure everyone's getting out, sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going
cool.
to keep obviously one of the giant bats near me. Each one of you can have a giant bat. I've got
Like a
2
bodyguard.
actually. Yeah. I got
Nice.
one with me that's obviously carrying. Actually, I'll tell one of them to take Betty to the ship.
Okay.
Is the spoon with the snake still?
No, the snake's gone.
Snake's gone.
What's
'cause
wrong
he-
with you? What's coming to the
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Boom. Well, yeah, one's got.
Yeah. Boom is
Saying that though, it's
Yeah,
been
you-
over
it's
the
stopped.
now.
Yeah, it's
Boomer's
been-
alright now, isn't
Boom's
it?
stopped now.
Boomer's on a bat then.
So
Yeah.
So you guys are, actively part of this prison riot now, and you see a lot of those guards. You see Dick, one of the crocodilian guards from earlier, who's kind of like, he turns a corner just before level 2. So Binks, you passed into that corridor, had the conversation with Mad Dog, and he kind of like says to you like, "Oh shit," and points you towards the end of the corridor. As on the other side, Dick just steps out from the corridor. He's got a human on the end of his kind of like pickaxe
Ooh.
type thing, and he just throws him onto the floor and like looks down the corridor at you, and he's like, as he's going to start running down the corridor.
Cool.
What are you doing?
About to turn my moose and be
Yeah,
like,
your
Mad Dog,
moose is
right!
faster than him, luckily enough. But it looks like they are killing the prisoners they can at this stage.
Can 2 of my bats swoop in and just like
yeah.
on Dick?
Yeah. 2 bats on Dick. I didn't
Yeah.
expect that to be where this episode went.
2 bats, 1 dick.
Like I've got my bats like just flying around protecting like all the prisoners and stuff like that.
So importantly, for the purposes of what you came here for, the bat with Airdrie makes one of the swiftest escapes from this place.
Yeah.
The weird thing is that when she's broken out, she reduced in size. She's probably the size of a normal crow now.
Wow.
Very small, lost
Still
a lot of
human,
power.
though.
Still humanoid, yeah.
Alvin.
And again,
It's nice.
you remember half of her is perfectly white and half of her has those dark, longer feathers. And she's happy to be assisted by this bat because she is just knackered. You guys are... Is there any specific other things you want to do in terms of your escape from this place?
No, but I just want to get out. Boom is like, I am small and squishy.
Let me double check.
Can't really do an awful lot. I mean, if we're being followed by like guards or anything like that, I can throw some ball bearings down, but that's about
It's quite funny actually.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
Have you ever seen a crocodile fall on ball bearings? Well, it's stupid
That's what
and
it sounds
funny.
like.
Yeah. So Jim is assisting. He's kind of like, at parts he's like ninja running along walls and shit, and he's like throwing these ball bearings down, really causing more disruption in this place.
Could Boomer have maybe pocketed some coins to just throw them at people to try and hit them in the head as he goes?
yeah, super useful as always, Boomer, throwing these coins around. And
Can I cast a chromatic orb at Dick?
you can, yeah.
Because I want him to die now.
Of course you can,
Bastard,
yeah.
that bitch.
Yeah, go ahead, cast it. You cast the spell attack, don't you?
Yeah. Nat 20! That's
Fucking nice.
29, in case you need to know. 29?
29 dice. 99 dice. Nice. That is a hit. Definitely.
Nice. Let's do acid. Is chaotic B2 written?
Freaking balls in the chat.
Freaking bats.
Oh, bats.
It's freaking
bats.
Freaking balls.
Freaking balls.
Or bats with balls.
I love Halloween.
Is it good? Those affirmations are nailing it tonight.
Times 2, because it was a nat 20, is 46 points.
Of acid damage.
Ouchies.
Nice. So yeah, Dick is running down this corridor. Remember, these are quite big, imposing things, like 10 feet at least. He's running down, his tail's kind of like scraping on the walls behind him. He's the one that has that kind of like iron ball that spikes on the end of his tail, and it's clanging against bars and shit. And as you cast his chromatic orb, it kind of like straight into his face, and he's like explodes in acid, and he kind of like, at the same time, the force of it kind of snaps his neck, and he sort of like falls onto the ground on the corridor. And he's like twitching away, his tail's twitching away and things like that, but half his face is completely burnt off. And there's just steam coming up from him. Mad Dog grabs you on the arm and he's like, well, I guess you're on the moose, so he's like grabbing up there and he's like, but Binks, let's go. And he kind of like runs, carries on running out.
Binks does want to keep an eye out for the sexy tiefling on the way out.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you tell me when the dragon's about to come up the tunnel, please?
I can, because that's happening right now.
Okay.
Why? You got something to do, have you?
As he's coming up,
I want to ready an action for this.
I am going to say, you will remember me and summon Thunder Wave at 4th level through the Nekia Shard into the tunnel.
Okay, that's better than what Beamer was going to do.
Nice. So, how this happens is that you hear a voice echoing first. He shouts, "I've had sex!" and then after that, it's like, sex! This flame just like, a pillar of flame coming up towards you. So you cast, and there's basically a huge fireball coming towards you. I need to do a save, right?
Thunder Wave?
Thunder Wave, do I?
Yeah, but I'm also casting it on the tunnel as well to collapse the tunnel.
Yeah, good point.
So I want him to take the damage and then the rocks to like fall on him.
Okay, cool.
Because
I'll
it's
consider that in a second.
What do you say, 2.5?
Yeah.
So it's like 40 feet of rock that'll like collapse inwards the tunnel. So 40 feet down of rock that'll just collapse on him as well.
Okay. What's the save?
It is a con saving throw.
Well, okay. He's got a +9.
Oh fuck!
Just to be, yeah. And he rolled an 18. So
do you want me to round up or round down for the 2.5?
Up.
Okay, so that's 13 d8, and then half it.
Cool. Do you want to roll it?
Yeah.
Do it on D&D Beyond. That'll be miles easier.
Won't be as dramatic.
Maybe roll
Won't be.
12. Oh no, it's I was gonna say roll one less, and we can roll the big one as the final.
I've rolled it for everyone. I don't know if everyone will see it. Thank God. So it was 51 points of damage, half. So 26.
Nice.
And then 40 feet of rock collapses on top of him.
Nice.
How big was the tunnel?
Only about 20 feet wide. You know, like
how tall?
Oh, about 300 feet.
So it's going to collapse on him and then go down.
Yeah. So from your perspective, Tavis, you see this kind of like from the bottom. Remember, it's far enough away and dark enough in the tunnel that it's like you can see the bottom, but you can't make things out and like really tell what's happening. But it just gets brighter and brighter and brighter, and you're just thinking, "Oh fuck, there's fire coming towards me." You cast a spell, and it's sort of like in front of you. It's just like kind of like fireworks exploding all at once, and the rocks just engulf the flames. Small wisps of flames, sort of a few of them kind of like burst out, but the ground just continually falls inwards in on this place and just collapses. and it's quiet after that.
Nice.
As it does that, I want to do a really cool thing where I'm going to jump backwards and get a bat to catch me. I'm just going to go.
So you jump back, a bat gets you, and you start to fly out of there. Right. Anyone else doing anything in particular before you leave the prison? Any special missions?
No, me and Mad Dog are going to head to like where everyone's leaving, but Binks is going to hang on just for a couple minutes because she wants to make sure that everyone else gets out.
Okay, cool. So we're going to say that you guys make your way to the entrance hall where you see Cody's desk there on the left as you're leaving, just unoccupied. He seems to be missing from his post at this point. And you are making your way towards the door. Before you get to the door, there's a rumble, a shift under your feet, and then from the ground underneath you, these red wings just unfold in front of the door as Ravaxor bursts out of the ground itself. He's covered in like dust, rocks, but he doesn't look too damaged as he stares you guys down and yeah. You do make me laugh, as if you ever thought you criminals would get away with this. And he looks directly at you, Jin. Yes, you came here for a reason, didn't you? You got it. Hope you're happy with yourself. And as for the rest of you,
Meddling kid.
vermin, assisting this flightless freak on his mission. As far as I'm concerned, you're all guilty. Yes. But what is the sentence for such a crime? How about some trivia? Yes, some trivia. What's my favorite bird? What is it? Answer me.
Turkey?
No, but a valid guess. It's the dodo.
It's a dodo.
Do you know why it's my favorite bird?
It's extinct.
Because it's flightless and dead. And I'm going to make all birds flightless and dead. As he turns and he's going to move out of the front door, his tail just...
How close to me was he when he was doing that whole speech?
about 30 feet from you.
Could I get... How close was his tail to me whilst he was doing
When he
that
turns, his tail is going to like drag behind him a little bit, so it could be within 5 feet of you. It can be real close.
So whilst he was doing that whole speech, which we can probably assume took about a minute,
About that.
can I use my magic glue to glue his tail to the floor?
It won't be that quick. The tail swipes, like it's swiping past you.
Can I try
What do you mean?
cast a spell?
No, like whilst he was doing his speech, because he was still whilst he was doing it, I'm assuming. Mm-hmm. And then distracted.
Yeah, it'd be really difficult because you have to run over to him and like, glue a piece of him to the floor.
Yeah.
I'll let you do a stealth check to see if you can make it past his
Can I just ask,
watch.
whilst my bats have got everyone to safety, how many bats spare? I know we've all got one. Obviously Mad Dog will have one.
I don't know, how many would you have summoned in
It
total?
was 20. So there's us 4.
Well, they can kind of be doing
some of
like
them are already
back and forwards,
assisting.
can't they?
Yeah, some of them are holding prisoners
That's why I'm
and
asking.
taking them out.
So if there's like 10 spare?
It'd be less than that if you've freed prisoners.
6.
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
Cool.
So what was your stealth check?
19.
Oof, 19. It's pretty damn good.
She just wants to slow him down, so if I glue his tail to something solid, so that when he tries to move, it's stuck.
Well, unfortunately, I'll be meta and say this person has dragon has a plus 16 to perception.
Yeah.
I rolled a 4, so a dirty 20. So as you approach it,
Do I get advantage because he was distracted?
no.
You've done a whole speech.
As you approach him, he will flick out his front leg at you, and a 28 to hit.
No.
I think it does.
Does it hit me or does it hit the Phantom Steed?
You.
What?
17 points of damage.
How many moves?
Hits you.
I'm gonna get at that point, get one of the bats to pick Binks up and fucking wither away. The 6 spare bats that I've got, I'd like them to attack the dragon.
Pinks is like a petulant child. She's like, no! Whilst this bat's flying her away.
Of us, get off.
Okay.
He can still do it.
I also only just saw that Boomer's called Boomerang.
I'm sure we discussed that like 2 weeks ago.
Did we actually?
Yeah. Interesting. So you wanted how many bats to attack him? Sorry.
6.
Okay, cool. So before he leaves the room, he's going to basically, as he says that he's going to make all birds flightless and dead, all of his scales kind of stand on end.
Ooh.
And this heat just emanates from him. I need everybody, including the bats, to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Finally, something I have
So
advantage.
one roll for the bats, or
Yeah, do one roll for the bats, that's fine.
And then can
that's
do
a 19 for the bats.
Okay, now,
It was an 18 plus 1.
it's still a failure, unfortunately.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save.
What's my
Oh,
wisdom
God.
save?
Is he charming?
Oh, my wisdom save's a plus 8.
He's frightening you if you're immune to that.
Nope.
25.
So you pass.
Dirty 20.
Fail.
Oh, I got a 20.
Fail.
Oh, I was dead.
You were so confident then, yeah.
I got 7.
Fail. Yeah.
Hold on, because I'm in control of the bats.
No, don't worry.
God damn it!
So this is frightful presence. If you fail, you are frightened for 1 minute. You can repeat the saving throw each at the end of your turns. And after you're successful, you are immune to the dragon's frightful presence for 24 hours. So there's only actually Tavis that succeeded that. As he turns, he will whip a tail attack at just you, Tavis, actually, as he's detected you are not frightened of him.
Does this count as like a round of action or what?
It will do by the end of his actions, basically.
Oh, right, okay. In which case, can I use an action then, like stillness of mind, to end the frightened effect?
Yes, by the time it gets to, doing a round, yeah. So, that's a dirty 20 to hit, Tavis.
Yeah, that hits.
So you're going to take 16 points of bludgeoning damage as the tail whips you. And he steps outside of the door and just flies out of the door.
Wanted to cast a little spell on him before he did that.
But you're frightened.
She did say
She
it.
said it
I said
before.
it
She was
before, but
frightened.
everyone kept doing stuff and I was like, can I just cast a spell, please?
Check the recording if you want.
I genuinely did keep asking.
Okay, what is it?
I just wanted to cast Ray of Frost so his speed was reduced by 10 feet, but it's not going to matter.
I mean, might matter.
Roll to hit. Roll to hit.
Try.
Come on, cat.
Come on.
Come on, boomer.
What's his plus thing for spells? Oh, it's a 16.
16. Misses. What I'm going to say is
he
that
tried.
even before the frightful presence started, he was already kind of shitting himself, and he kind of just like totally missed his ray of frost. It's like in the background, a little ray of frost.
Oh, he got anxiety.
Just poots out.
It's okay. He did a poot and missed.
And so at this moment, Ravaxor is flying, and in a break of the clouds, you see Avia in the distance.
Oh, crap.
And we're gonna leave it there until next time.